100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Hit dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh, there with the hands. Thought he could.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Oakland Raiders. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
We play to win. Let's go! Now, 180.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. And watch me land.
Carr now on first down. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. Going to throw right side here. Complete. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 35. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
He's coming. Who's right, Chief?
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. Down to the 25.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game. And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way. To throw, it's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Hunter Renfrow. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Set, ready. Check 50, check.
A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Looking to throw. Love. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Love. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyrell Williams, 77 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. At their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Zoom, fellas, let's go. 58, boys, 58, 58.
2nd and 11. That's complete to John Ross. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to fire one on deep, middle of the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. This is taken at the 18. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Taken down back at the 49-yard line.
Down. 485.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Bengals nothing.
That's trash.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done. Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Okay, break. Mike, 58, right there. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Kill. 61. Matchbox, light. Here goes. Gives the money. I got
To throw from his end zone. Love. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Double. Check 13. Set. Go. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. We want this.
On 1st and 10, Love. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They got to find a way to get back in sync.
Going deep downfield for Ross. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
From just shy of midfield, Carr. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. The open man here, Renfro. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And John Gruden has made the call. His guys are going for it.
Hey, we're good, we're good. You're right, 29. 29.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals will get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
At the 47-yard line.
Recall, 132 fight. Watch the run, let's go.
On 2nd down now, Mixon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. I'm coming after you.
From the gun, Love. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Throwing again. Carr. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0 from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. Give him a first down. 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Carr now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Lawson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Throwing now is Carr. Room to run past midfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. To throw on 3rd down. Carr. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys. Because the offensive guys are always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. On defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
80 weapon.
On 1st down, Love. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Under 10. 10. Right. Check 50.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Carr. That is caught inside the 5. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. From the gun, it's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. The final shot before break. Love. And he completes it to Cohen. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at the 15. A field position changer there. 49 yards on the punt. Couple that with a loss on the return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Hey, Raider 2.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. This is caught by Williams. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 43. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He's airing it out for Williams. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Tyrell Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0.
28. Bengals, nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Mixon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Bullock good on the extra point. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Oh, and the Bengals look like they got it back. They did. Bengal football. Well, I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made, this type of a risk taken, sometimes there's a different influence that's going into the head coach's ear.
Go! Charlie, go! Mike 59. Ready.
Throwing on first down. Love gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Back to throw. Love. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. 2nd and 1. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Blue dot Quarkus. Here we go. Deep, hard. Defense on deck. On deck. Hey, watch it. Ready.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 12-yard line.
59. Mike 59. You must be dreaming. Ready, go.
To throw on 2nd down. Love. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. C.J. Uzomah, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Carr, and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick, and he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Express. Motion. Reset. Mike, 55.
Shotgun now for Carr. Caught out right by Renfro. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Carr now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Carr. And that's incomplete.
Carr's pass incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfro. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Now Carr. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, Bowser. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Bowser. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Check 59.
To throw again. Love. He's got a man. Complete. A gain there of 30 big ones. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Check. No. Here we go. Mike spot 9.
Off play action. Love. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Box trap. 58's the money. 58's the money. Check. General. West. Check. Echo. Hustle.
2nd and 5. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Right there in the middle. 55. Let's go, tight end.
From the gun on 3rd down. Love. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Alpha. Zip. Motion. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Time to go. Night. Mike 55. Mike 55.
On 4th down, Love. Open man is Uzama. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. On 1st and 10, Love. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down, Bengals.
Mike 58, right there. I got one. Ready.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
58's the money. 58.
On 3rd down, Love. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Recall, 132 play. Scene 6.
On 4th down, Love. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. They'll keep it on the ground. Bowser, yeah, that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Raiders, many wondered if a second win would come, but here it is as they climb to 2-13 now. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, the slide continues as they drop now to 3-12. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.